A quick preview of Villa's Champions League venture. Obviously, straddling that your Southampton voucher this season is the legs against PSG, and it's nerve-wracking, isn't it? This is the biggest, I think, Villa game in my generation, and watching them will be nerve-wracking for me as a neutral, I think, because I know how much is riding on this, and also how much a result in this first leg will mean. It will really put Villa on a strong footing, because PSG have played pretty well. Like in recent games against Liverpool, they played some brilliant football and some great young players. So it's a real test for Villa. But if they can even go into this with a draw, would you be happy with that? What's your expectation? What's your hope?
I would snap your hand off for a draw at the Parc Des Princes.
Knew it.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me 0-0 all day. Look, it's weird because you are right. It's one of the biggest games. It's definitely one of the biggest games in the club's modern history. That and the playoff final that we got promoted, because that kind of gave us the club back. But there is equally no expectation, really. Like, come on, we can't talk about this as like, yeah, this is something that we think Villa have got a really good chance. We probably don't, if we're totally honest. But what you've got to hope for is we've got an excellent coach who knows how to manage European fixtures. There might be an element of Paris underestimating us and not knowing enough about us, although in the modern era I don't think that's as much of a thing, because you probably see everything. And yeah, we have used the squad well around the fixture, so hopefully we won't be too burnt out. Like getting some rest in for the likes of like Emery, who's played every game since he signed for Villa. It feels like that's a huge thing. So yeah, I don't know. I keep psyching myself up and going, actually, I think we might do it, and then go, no, come on, don't be ridiculous. I'm very glad the second leg is at Villa Park. I think it's a really good thing to have that second leg at home, as long as you are still in the tie. So I would absolutely take us going and trying to get a 0-0. I'll be honest. And look, we've got players of the quality that can hurt PSG. We've got defensive players that can contain them. I mean, Martinez seems to be a man possessed in the Champions League. His save percentage is ridiculous in the competition this year. So he'll be really up for it. And in France, and he's obviously got a bit of a thing against the French after the World Cup final. I think that there is a lot riding on it, but I'm just so excited for it. I can't believe we're having this conversation about Villa PSG as a Champions League quarter final. Feels like one of my FIFA saves. It doesn't feel real still.
It's very real, and I think it's juxtaposed against Man United's performances as well, which we've literally just talked about. This podcast has seen a whole sea change, hasn't it, in the 4 years we've been doing it. But I hate seeing these English fans kind of cheering on fellow English teams that aren't their club in Europe. I don't agree with that at all. I never cheer on Chelsea. I never cheer on Arsenal. But I'll make an exception for Villa, I think, because if they win against PSG, I bloody hate PSG to begin with. But if they beat them, I will be buzzing for you and buzzing for Villa, because it's a club that's going places, isn't it, Dave? And last word from you, Dave. Looking forward to the Champions League games before we go.
There's nothing to lose for Villa. I think I think it was Alan Smith who was on commentary about Villa saying their game against Forest was bigger than the PSG game coming up. I just thought, how? That's the competition they're fighting to get in, that they're in now. That's not the bigger game. That's a stepping stone to, the biggest games in Europe. What they're in, I think they've got every right to be proud, no matter what the result is. I think over these two games, like, they've had such a good run and probably exceed expectations, I think, of a lot of fans. If they can, get into a position where in that second leg, get to the second leg and they're still in with a shout, they'll more than take that. They've got the players to do it, if we're being honest now. I think it's fascinating to see how they'll set up. I'm really intrigued by that.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
I can't work out how they're going to set up, to be honest.
I was going to say, we'll leave it there, but you're still going. You still want to talk about Villa?
Sorry. This is what it is. Come on, you've got to let me have some minutes on this. This is the biggest game of my life. No, it's true what Dave says. I don't know how they're going to set up, because recently he's changed things more than I'm used to. And Rashford playing down the middle has really thrown me, because he's played Rashford as a number 9 a couple of times recently.
And growing in confidence.
Of Watkins, because of Watkins' fitness, I think. But then, all of a sudden he looks great there. And I don't know who he'll go with. I genuinely don't know who he'll start with, or whether he tries to get both in. But then that's a struggle. I think the good thing is, no matter what happens, Dave's right. Every player comes out of this campaign with credit in the bank, and they will be better in European competition next year if we qualify from this experience.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, it feels like this should be the semi-final at this stage of the season. I think because we talk about the fact we're in the FA Cup semi-final and the league has only got 7 games left. It's really weird to me that we've got 2 Champions League games left, and even if we got through that, we'd still have another round before the final. I feel like I'm over that now. I just want to get there.
I don't know whether that performance from Maatsen will have made Emery
Another
think.
one.
To be honest, because I still don't know about that left-hand side. I think Jacob Ramsey's done well since he's come back from that injury so long out. But I just think the security I think Maatsen probably gives you on that left-hand side. Maybe he'll even think about going to a back 3 potentially.
I hope not. I really hope he doesn't do a back 3, because we've done that a couple of times and it never works. Like, yes, sometimes you want to change your system based on the opponent, but we don't do well with a back 3. I think he'll play Luca Dean. I hope he plays Luca Dean, because Maatsen offers you so much going forward. It is exciting, but down that right hand side, you got to remember they're competing against definitely Hakimi and probably Dembele. Or if Dembele plays centrally, then you've got Kvaratskhelia that can go out on that side as well. We're gonna have a lot to worry about in that position. So I would be really surprised if it wasn't Luca Dean. And I think that might suit Ramsey. I think it might be Ramsey that starts on the left, because he does a lot of defensive work as well.
Yeah. Agreed.
Do you think he looks at it and thinks Torres is going to start with Konsa, or do you think it's going to be Mington? Do you think?
I think he'll be Torres and Konsa, if I'm honest. As long as he thinks Torres is fit enough, then it will be Torres and Konsa, and it'll be Kamara in front of him, which is a shame for Mings, because I think he's probably earned it recently. Torres does really turn up in the Champions League games as well. He's been fantastic this season in the Champions League. I mean, you look at him against Bayern, he was incredible. So I think he'll probably do the same again.
Well, with Villa's goal difference in the league now being 0, they're actually on positive footing for goals now. And I think that'll be the key to this tie. I think attack will be the best form of defence in some ways for Villa, because you can hurt PSG. I really do think that's the case. But we will wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will talk about whatever happens in that first leg, no doubt, next week. So please join us then. But for 1 week only, thank you, guys, and up the Villa.
Hey, I love that. I've got that out of you.
Take it easy, guys. See you soon.
See ya.
See you soon.